Okay, storytelling Ron here. Oh man, I'm pretty excited about this one. Whew. D&D Date Night. Huh? Huh? Man. So the wife and I've been playing with the wife and doing D&D Date Night. So we've had our third adventure, and I'm telling you, man, you husbands out there that are DMs or you wives that are DMs, you've got to do D&D Date Night with your spouse. You've got to do it. It's just one. It's kind of cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. And really romantic, and actually it's really neat to do like this one, and I'm going to go through kind of what I'm just we really had like a wonderful time. It was like one of the best date nights. I mean, we do a lot of crazy stuff, and we're members of the Magic Castle here in Hollywood, and we go out and have fun. And but this D&D Day Night was really neat, and it's a kind of a different level. It's a totally different level than anything else. Going out in Hollywood, going out to the clubs and bars here. I mean, it's fun and all, and blah blah blah. But man, and two, we kind of don't know what some. We've been married 25 years. Thank you. But at some point, you just don't know what to talk about, right? But in D&D, man, we're just playing D&D together as a married couple after 25 years. We just like there's something to talk about, and we really are like talking in at this level. And I just halfway through, my wife was like, "We gotta play this next week. I want to play this next week." Or what? I don't know how she said it, but she's and she's more. My wife is not like a full on fantasy D&D player, like a role playing game. She kind of obliges the family and plays with us, with the daughters when we play as a family. But this was different, just with me and her, and we had. So let me just show you a couple pictures and get you going here. This is my wife. And this is the character she plays. I turned this into a little, you'll see it, paper mini. This is my wife. This is for Halloween. We went to the Magic Castle. She dressed up like this, and I was in my my armored fighting outfit. So my wife's kind of cool, beautiful little. She's a little fashion director at Lucky Brand. So that's us or whatever, and I'm telling you guys. So this is the start of the night, and this is in my garage. I finally got this room set up to be the D&D thing. But man, D&D Date Night. Get some good Italian wine. Yeah, even they come in non-corked. I'm telling you, it's really good. And this one, these are two really good ones. My favorite. I ordered this in a case from a distributor, and then this is just a local one, which was really nice. It's our second bottle. We start off with a really good one, and then the pretty. This is still really good though. I like this one. But this is her little paper mini, and this is my little armored thing. Now, I created this whole epic, romantic, high fantasy story that she's going through, and I'm the NPC. I'm everyone else, the NPCs, and I'll just show you the world real quick. Because we're both having an amazing. So, and there's a huge backstory. It's very Game of Thronesy is the way I'm doing it. And I'm actually going to write this into a book series. I'm like a adult romance, not like adult, sexual or anything, but just more mature and some violence and intensity and characters dying that you don't want to die kind of stuff. But it's just really, I'm really having a good time. But the background story is that there are three kingdoms. Well, here I just start off what I did. I had started off with her waking up in her. I might have done a video on this. I'm not sure, but a previous one. I'll have to check on YouTube. I start off with her little castle, and I'll put them in a playlist if it is, And she was running and escaping and stuff, and it's all like she had to escape from this castle here. She's the princess of this castle. I don't like that. So she had to run off and escape through the swamp, and obviously it's very harrowing. There's orcs coming from the Black Armies up north, and the Austrians, the Ostorians. So the Astorians, I can't point. The Astorians and the Black Army made a secret alliance. The Astorians made an alliance with Westruun to take out the Black Army, but the evilness of it all, I've got some bunch of evil, stuff. The Astorians actually made a secret alliance with the Black Army and betrayed Westruun. Okay, so they took it over. And the Citadel is the middle, sort of like the Minas Tirith or whatever. but they're the city in the middle, and they're like, I'm gonna make them like, they don't know what to decide, but this was obviously traitorous, and I haven't yet fully developed obviously what they're gonna do, but she's now, the princess has escaped with the cleric and into the swamps with the rune folk who are citizens of Westrune, and it's all desperate and harrowing and depressing and really cool. Like, it was really neat. She was really, she was like, oh my gosh, like, it was very romantic and intense and freaky for her. And there was a harrowing. I made it this whole journey, and they got to the ruined fort, and they're being, followed. They don't know yet by the Black Knight, who's got to capture her and bring her back to the Prince Lord, who has taken over, killed off, really pillaged her city, her family's city. So at this point, she's here, and this is my map I've been drawing. I've been working at slowly building it up. So I'm just like, man, I'm just still like haven't gotten over how great this D&D session was. And so what happens? She got to that ruined fort, and this is it, and that's her, and this is the villagers, and there's some city guards, and these are models I found off the internet. I didn't draw these ones. I do, obviously, you probably know I draw my own paper minis. I'm doing the monsters. I'm the creatures. I'm not really doing the humans right now because I'm just sort of more doodly, and I haven't really gotten to doing a lot of these yet. So these are Games Workshop, and these are some others I found on some miniature site. Just printing them out. I'm not selling them or anything, okay? I'm just using them as my own thing. And I put thousands of dollars into Games Workshop. Just saying. I've already stated that in another video. And they're great. Their artwork is obviously awesome. And this is the Hobbits, Lake Town or whatever, that stuff. But anyway, so this is the village, and it was great, man. She came in, and I made, I use my little mules and stuff. These I drew myself. But so she talked to this town leader, and his is her cleric brother Doran, who helped save her. So he's like the NPC companion. He's the healer, and keeps her alive. And she's a sorcerer. She's now third or fourth level, yeah. But I've never, I've only been DMing a little while with the family, and we've never had a sorcerer. And so now she's a sorcerer. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty wild magic and all that. The sorcery points and totally like having a good time. But anyway, the guards, these are the city guards that are kind of with her and trying to hide her identity. And these are the rune folk, like, who is she? And it was really cool. There's a lot of depth to the characters and stuff and what happened. But what she was cool was, my wife was like, is this, how is the defenses here? How's the security here? Are you all, knowing that there was a war and our city was lost and pillaged, and that the traitorous Astorians are there, in the Black Army, the orcs and the barbers who are mercenaries of the Astorians, the barbarian kind of, and she's all, is this place safe? Do we need, can we? And so she persuaded the city guard to the captain. She's rolled persuasion and all that, and the brother Dorn was helping her to get more. So I gave her 2 more soldiers because I just was kind of surprised that she got persuaded them. And yes, we need to, get ready. And she asked him, like, or she asked the guard, do we have a watch? And she asked him, like, how can you get onto the fort? This is my wife, fashion director. She's asking him, can people, where can they sneak in or attack? And he's all, the only way the boats can come in is through the front, because everything else is like muddy and too hard, except for their little swamp boats. But any other boat can only come through the front. So she's all, can we move the swamp boats back here to escape in case we're attacked? You know what I mean? So it was just like amazing, and they're all like, oh well, I guess that would be, and then I had a point where, why would they attack us? Who are you? Are you, and then she like, and I at one point, I'm going to go through full detail of this, but at one point they were like kind of all panicky and saying, maybe they're just after you and not us. And then she failed her persuasion there, but then I had the captain roll, and he came up and he goes, they are killing all of us. They will come for any of us, So it's kind of cool. That was kind of a cool moment too. And there was a lot of just amazing moments, and with my wife doing this, and I was just like surprised, and there's a big Axeman guy there. I'm kind of going all and this one, as they're kind of settling and getting whatever, because they just had some previous little adventures with swamp creatures and escape in a tree and stuff. But anyway, she came in here saw this. She's like a local witch healer, pagan-y, kind of a comedic character in this, or whatever. And the brother Dorn is he's more like the creator and the one god, and the more with the frock and everything. So he's more proper, and she's more, But it was kind of that was kind of fun and humorous. But she gave him 2 healing potions and 2 stink bombs to use in case they to help out against the. And she's I'm not leaving. The others can get ready to leave if need be, but I'm staying here. Whatever. So that was kind of fun to do that. And then of course the battle, and there's a slow build up, but I had to get the story moving along. And they had time. Like they spotted it because she set up the guards. So I was like, it's not going to be a surprise attack. They're going to be prepared. Because they were well prepared. She prepared him, and I felt like, man, she's getting this leadership, as a princess, So it's a story building up. Definitely, I'm gonna have fun writing this one. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm trying to direct it, but some epic things happen here that I didn't expect. Like I was expecting it to be a surprise attack, not she was prepared. And so they're all very courageous, very afraid. They're coming, and it was pretty cool. There's how they set up, and got the arrow. Some had bows and some didn't, and there's some are city guard and some are the rune folk. So they're all working together in desperate situation. The captain of the guard is going to guard her, and he's accepted that she's the princess. And there's the ship, a little ship, and the guys, the barbers. These are also Lord of the Rings miniatures from Games Workshop. I do have my own barbarian set, but they're more Storm King Thunder kind of barbarians, and this is more like kind of civilized barbarians, or whatever. But there's my knight, Black Knight, and there's a warlock back here, a low level warlock coming in. So pictures. There's me wife getting ready to roll, a little haggard and tired, no makeup, but that's okay. This is D&D. Rolling, yeah. He's just posing. I was just being silly. Oh, this is where they're fighting too. Oops. This is where they're fighting. They come along. There was a whole archery. She's zapping them with. And she was doing pretty cool. Oh, she's big. Man, the knight's already come in here. This see how everyone's it's just getting killed. It was like everyone was getting. This is like a great, like Game of Thronesy. Everyone's just getting worked. The barbers were getting killed, but so were the people. Once the Black Knight came in and the barbers got here. People were getting shot off. It was total like archery fight, and she magic missiles, man. Her sorcery. Okay, so I did have a couple things. One, she had, this is my own little magic thing. One, she had sorcery points, and the twinning spell. So I let her do, and I guess it says you can a spell with only one target can use a twin spell to double, the second target, second spell. Well, magic missile, obviously you can do several targets, but I twinned it. So she had 6 magic missiles, and she was working that, using the sorcery points. And so I did give her one pretty powerful thing. It was a scroll of long rest. So you read the scroll, so it's like you had a long rest. So she got all her spells back, all her hit points back. So that's pretty powerful. She only had one, but she used it here. Definitely needed it. Because they were getting worked. That Black Knight, every time he swung, he hit and killed, one of the rune folk. And it was very sad. It was too. She was like, every time a guy fell, like the axe guy fell, he killed this guy. She was just like, no, like it was. And then this warlock came in and started doing his Eldritch Blast, knocking these guys and killing them. And he charmed one of them, and then the other one started wrestling with him. I could just see that like in a movie or something, like the character, like these honorary characters all trying to fight desperately, and the magics and then the counter, because he rolled a 20 to stop this guy from attacking this guy, this other guy that wrestled him down. It was just like, and she was desperate over here as the Black Knight was coming up. Okay, so here I forgot to take a picture, but the Black Knight was coming through, man. He was killing everybody. I was like, whoa. The captain went down. This is one barber, and the brother Dorn is the only one left with the Black Knight and this barbarian, and she was like, that was it. And then she screamed, tried to this is where this one's where they're wrestling, because the warlock, so this is like, I was like, all right, the Black Knight and the warlock are gonna capture her and take her back. That was what I was expecting. But she had a one last magic missile and just said, I'm going for the Black Knight. She, and just finally I took him down, even with second wind. I had to do it, and he's a main character too. But then she got killed him, and he saved and resisted the suggestion, and they killed him, or she did. But she had nothing left, like, you know, and that was it. And but they won. But the Black Knight was still alive, like, you know, and you know, so they captured him. I think that was the last picture. But this was just epic. It was a really fun battle too. I thought, you know, it'd be a grind, you know, combat would be a grind, but it was good. I kept it simple, and they were moving around. It was, you know, through the walls, and it was just like great. But anyway, so D&D Date Night, man, I'm telling you, it was a lot of fun, and oh man, I just highly recommend, you know, create an epic like story, like for my wife, you know, I started her off in bed, getting up in the middle of the night, Brother Doran coming to say we have to escape, the castle has fallen, you know, and from there it's been nonstop, just her, and now she, you know, and I can just tell she's becoming this like leader, like even the wife, like in her creating in being the princess, she's turning this leader character. So I'm pretty excited about the next episode. She totally like let's play next weekend. That's like a cheap date night too, you know, except for the wine. But other than that, it's just, and it was just great. So D&D Date Night, guys, gals that are DMs, any D Engine masters who are married, because I believe in marriage, get married. Okay, just man, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to be with my wife and play D&D Date Night, man. I'm just, man, it was great. It was great. Thank you, Lord, for, you know, storytelling. I love storytelling. We all love storytelling. And, you know, oh man, just, you know, that's who we are as humans. We're given that gift. And it was wonderful. And my wife and I are storytelling together. So yeah, just create a great, wonderful story, and please do it. You know, take your time. We don't play every weekend or nothing like that for sure. Build it up, get your wife a little excited, but just start working on it, and just get her right into it, man. Just go for it. And I created the character for her too, because I wanted that world. You know, I wanted her to be a specific thing, and have her just follow. And now she's taking the character on, you know, just like, whew. And definitely take a picture of her. And anyway, I'm still. It was just awesome. Anyway, that's this video. I think it's anyway that I just. Whew.